Professor Subhash had promised us another round where he would go deeper into some of it. So I'd like to invite you back, Professor Kak, if you'd like to shed lights on particular topics that struck you out of these.
No, absolutely. Yeah, you list several, background activities which led to development of certain things, and of course, there's also um, Panini's Ashtadhyayi, which scholars believe is the very first um, computer programming like language, because it has rules. It has 4,000 algebraic rules. It also has meta rules about rules. If you want to look at the whole question of algorithms, why did it develop in India, and tie it up to certain larger epistemological bases of uh, Indian culture and civilization, and these were that consciousness and mind are different, and mind is an instrument, and therefore instrument like techniques should work in how the mind works, and which is not the case in the West. In the West, consciousness and mind are conflated. So there was much more of a lack of clarity. So this is one thing, but I also want to talk about something else. The reason why these things have been erased is because India has not had an efficient or effective ecosystem of knowledge creation and its sustenance and its regeneration for each new generation, because that's what knowledge needs to be done with. For example, look at P.C. Ray's great book on history of Indian chemistry that was written 100 years ago. Why haven't books like that been written subsequently? Because India didn't have any publishing houses. Before independence, some universities did a great job, like University of Calcutta or University of Allahabad. Some very wonderful books, seminal books were produced. But after independence, all that ecosystem disappeared, and that was a very small one. And we had, let's say, Motilal Banarsi Das, but it was mainly republishing books which had been originally done in the West, or reprinting books like that of Max Muller or Keith and so on, which had been published 100 years prior. So this old stuff kept on getting presented to every new generation again and again, so that even the works that were done in the interim in the West and in India were erased. So I think the main element missing in the knowledge ecosystem in India was really a modern publishing house, which is concerned with scholarship. Well, there are trade books, and they are a very important element as well, but also scholarship. And this is a great book which sits astride both, and that's what India really hasn't had. Perhaps it has had books where you can write on politics and so on, but not on knowledge of the sciences and the arts and the rest of the stuff. So it's a wonderful thing that Garuda has stepped in, and more power to it. And I think it's a beautiful combination that Garuda and Bhaskar Kamble have gotten together. And you need two wings for a bird to fly, and one wing is the institution, and the other wing is the author.